Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to episode 5 of the FC Pripyat series. And just look, where we left off, we had just been humiliated and knocked out of the competition, the Kiev Ukrainian second preliminary round by mere Gornostavka, who weren't even in a division in this save. And we didn't even come close. It wasn't even like it was 2 lucky goals. They bossed the whole game. But since then, we have played Ruch Viniki, okay, and we gave a good account of ourselves. You know, there was a slight annoyance maybe that we didn't actually come away and win it. But yeah, I'll take a point away from home any day of the week, especially against a team like Ruch Viniki, who are in the upper echelons of this league. And then this is the one. Our home record so far hasn't been the worst because we just beat Volin 2-1. Now, to give that a bit of context, they're top of the league and it was their only loss so far this season. This league is crazy. It just goes up and down. Anyone could beat anyone, as we have literally just proved. But it was the manner of the result as well. It wasn't like it was just 2 easy goals. I played 4 at the back, an anchor man, a central midfielder, 3 across, 3 behind the striker, and it worked. Whatever it was, it worked. Now, we wasn't obviously amazing from a ratings point of view, apart from the people who were involved in the goals and stuff, and we'll get into that shortly. But I'm absolutely blown away by it. It has restored my faith in this team and in this save. More importantly, I was starting to think, hang on, is it gonna be one of these saves where I do these? This is my first ever YouTube series doing Football Manager, and I thought this is gonna be humiliating, embarrassing, so I'm gonna be worth putting out there. But I think this result actually gives it some clarity. So I'm very happy with that. I wish I was recording it, but I wasn't, because let's be honest, before the game I was like, there's no way this is gonna ever make the highlight reel. But anyway. We then did what we always do after a good result and got smashed. 4-1 away from home. Our away form is literally 1 point out of, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 point out of 18 possible. So yeah, like I said in the previous video, it's going to be our home form that really dictate if we stay up or not. But I thought I'd bring it to this point now, which is where we're going to play Cobra. Now again, let's give it some context, as you probably would have seen. They're dead last, okay? Their 1 win came against Metalist 1925, who we actually lost to in quite stunning fashion. We played them away from home, the beat was 3-1. But this league is so topsy-turvy. I mean, one thing I wanted to show you was this one, which is Hernich. They won 5-0 away from home at Kolos Kavalivka. It's a huge result for them, and they've got a positive goal difference as well, so I can't quite work it out when you've got people in 7th, teams should I say, teams in 6th and 7th that have got negative goal difference. So it really is, because it's such a tight and compact league and you only play each other twice, every result is so important now. It's so important. So I just want to quickly show you, we've made a couple of acquisitions. These 2 here, you would have seen the rest. The first one, Christian Kurchik, we got for 18,000, and we had to pay it because I actually started to go out into the other leagues, which I should have done a while ago, and started to get team reports. If you ever do that, right click and click get team report, and it came back that this guy was potentially interested in signing for us. Now the wages are ridiculous. I think he's probably going to command about 20% of the overall wage budget by himself. But he's already contributed. Put him in at right back. He's already popped up with an assist, so we're happy with that. And finally, Maxim Vedenichev is simply here because our original OG starting striker, Aksionov, is still injured at the moment for at least a couple more weeks. And I felt that this Yaramenko really hasn't been doing much for us either. So I just want to see, he is I think he's on the bench. Is he on the bench? I'll double check that in a second. But yeah, so we're about to go in now. It's nearly game day. We're obviously against Cobra. We're at home, so I feel like this is going to be the formation I want to use. Now, Meerkat has actually been at his best when we played him as a shadow striker. Believe it or not, that's where he had his standout game. That's where we taught Volvin that we're not here just to lie down. And our front four, these four, are actually performing really well. Obviously, we're still conceding for fun. I think we're averaging probably somewhere between 2 or 3 goals conceded a game, which isn't great, and clearly needs to be looked at. Most of the training that I do as well is all very defensive focused as well. Yeah, I think we're pretty much ready to get started. I can't emphasise how important this game is for us in terms of needing to come away with all 3 points. Based off how they're performing in the league so far, and how you don't get very many games in this league, I can't put any more importance onto it. So this is completely out of my territory, because I think, look, for the first time we are, I don't know if you just saw that, can you see it in the match preview? Yeah. Look at their recent form. They couldn't even put a draw together, let alone a win, and we've actually been slightly on the up. I don't want to jinx it, but we're about half and half, and look at these odds. So I'm cautiously optimistic, and I know every time I say that we usually get thumped. So, but this is the team. I can't really do much more to it. Medvedev is actually performing quite well for us in the left back position, even though it's not his natural position. He doesn't really even have the stats to back up his claim either. If we play him as a wing back, I think we're playing him as a supporting wing back. But who am I to mess with a winning formula? When we're at home, at least, anyway. So, massive game. We're in a defensive state at the moment, so I'm half tempted to go positive. But the last time I did anything other than defensive, we got annihilated. But I just feel like we've got a fair bit about ourselves here, and I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for it. If we're favourites, we're going to act like the favourites. If we're the ones who are expected to win, we're going to go out there and assert ourselves on the game. So, boys, we're favourites here, so let's go give them something to cheer for. Right, you've not really cared much about that. I've got faith in you. Oh, good. And you guys as well. Yeah, you can all have the faith. Praise be Jesus, have the faith. Come on then. This is. It's not do or die yet, because we're not even halfway through the season. But if we can't beat them at home, I'm going to dread actually playing them away from home as well. So, plenty of time on that. Plenty of time. I mean, I didn't specify long ball, but if you can do something with it, Martin Yuk. It's come across Rodinitsky. Is that good? Is that an own goal? No, he got the deflection, and he scored 9 minutes in. It doesn't take us out of the relegation zone, and it looks like all the results are going against us. Look, Kiev of just a winning as well. I think they actually might be a bit better than being relegated, and them being there might have been a bit of a red herring. So I mean, for us, like I said, 12th is the goal, is the target. I'll take this now. I'll happily just take this. We're very nervous. Kurchik's got a bruised ankle. We'll keep him on for now, because I don't want to be using subs for the sake of it. But that's why has he just dived in like that? Why have you just dived in like that for? I don't believe this. It's like we don't even want to give ourselves an opportunity to do anything. I'm going to have to keep going like this, aren't I, for now? But I do know one thing. We're now going to have to play cautious. If we lose this game because of you, Jushlik, you've never acted out like that so far. Oh my god. This is so frustrating. Moral boost. We're a man down here. There's no there is pressure to get on the result, boys. It's going to be difficult. Yeah, so keep your levels up. What are you looking stressed for? You know that's the case. I'll say that I'm happy with your performance. So yeah, okay. So you're not kicking off anymore, which is good. You boys don't deserve anything from that. Now, how can you gain focus when you've already been sent off? I couldn't give a tinker's damn if you're down and pressurised, because you should feel down and pressurised because you've put us in a pressurised situation. Like, I don't think you understand just how important this game is. In fact, you clearly don't, because now we've got to try and hold on to this lead. And of course, another 25-yard shot goes straight in the top corner. They've got a Martin Yuck as well. Maybe they're related. They both seem quite good players. Right, well, you're playing at the 6.3. 6.4 Martin Yuck. We're going to give Venechev a go. Ugh. It's all them now, isn't it? I mean, they've got so much space and time on the ball that... Look, we're just giving it... That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. We've shot ourselves in the foot here. We would have won this game, I'm pretty sure, if that absolute monumental bellend didn't get himself sent off. Look at it. I mean, we've just... Sod it. Sod it. We would have been joint on points with Metalist and Kolos, and instead all we've done is give Cobra a sliver of a chance of staying in this division. And he's also one of our better players. But the thing is, though, with that challenge, this is what it doesn't make sense to me. There was no need to go in two-footed when it was in such a innocent position. Like, there wasn't any imminent danger coming from that. There was no need. It wasn't like they were through one-on-one or anything like that. So, yeah, that's they deserve an absolute grilling. You can seem as motivated as you want, pal. Oh, I'm so motivated. Sod off. Right, he's getting a 2-week wage fine for that. So at least that gives us some more money back in the kitty. And we'll see you for the next match. I'm feeling so deflated right now that... No, I'll see you for the next match. I'm going to pick myself up and we go again. Right, we're back. I haven't been able to bring myself back out of this funk that I'm in after that last game. I'm furious. To be honest, yeah, it probably isn't coming across in my voice, but I'm absolutely seething. But this is a nice thing to come across when you have the board confidence update, and you can still see that they are pleased with the overall leadership of the team. The fact that they're happy over, we must be a rival with them or something, because to be happy with a win over Mykolaiv and not Volna, who are top of the league, is a bit weird. But also the major criticism for one defeat, well, the team should have performed better. Well, I couldn't agree more. So we're against Balcony Zoya. They seem like an okay team. If we look in the league, they're not too far ahead of us. So if we win this, we don't actually go out of the bottom four, but we get ourselves a bit closer. So anyway, one thing before we actually get going is I've made another signing. It's actually my biggest signing to date. Anton Kitcha, who has come from one of our relegation rivals, Chernobyl, valued at 165k. He was transfer listed. Managed to pick him up for 65. Good winger option, versatile. Can play as a number 10 as well, although he probably won't. he's ambidextrous on you know, he's good with both feet, so playing him as an inside forward is an option, but also he could play as a winger. I'm half tempted. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's going to get his debut at some point. I don't think he's going to actually. I know I'm kind of having an argument with myself here, but I think Meerkat is slightly fatigued. Yarmolenko is actually now unregistered. I got to the point where the transfer window's just finished, so I had to unregister him because, to be honest, I've played him in 4 games, and in that time he's had a 20% shot target on target. He's only dribbled 5 times. He's picked up a yellow. His average rating 6.5. He's only put 1 tackle in. He's not up to standard, so I've got no ill feeling to him going there and then. And not playing the rest of the season. I need a second striker. Martin Yuk is obviously still our main man. I think I'll do that. I think Bitsko is going to actually start because that's where I signed him for this exact position. I signed him for this exact role. Is to do something in the middle of the park. These 2 guys. Fairly solid. Koshka I'm not a massive fan of, but he's actually going to go into defensive as well. I need something out of this game, especially after that awful result just now. So we'll put it there. Best of luck, boys. I'm not holding my breath, to be honest, because one way or another you'll probably find a way to let me down. They're playing a standard 4-4-2, so hopefully we're going to smother that. They've got really poor morale, but good luck, we're going to need it. I expect nothing but a win. I know we're underdogs, blah 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 blah. Assertive, go and make it count. Faith. One person, who's that? Who's the one person who doesn't mind the faith? Gunchak, of course he doesn't. He's been around long enough. He's older than Jesus. Jesus died when he was 33. This guy's 39. So, yeah, I'm not making comparisons, but, you know, if you can outlive Jesus, then surely you're doing something right. So, I've got 2 league tables up there, and that shouldn't be the case. Sorry about that. I don't know why. Does anyone else get that problem where it just starts to decide what tiles it wants to do for itself? Okay, so that's good. So, Dnipro are beating Cobra, but Kolos are somehow beating Avangard, who are top. Hernyk are now winning as well, so it's not doing much for us. That's got to go in. It's got to go in. Oh, I hate when I do that. Get creative, boys. Get creative. Andrei Shevchenko is still manager of Ukraine. We've actually got a player in the under-19s in the Ukrainian under-19 team, but he's not ours. He belongs to Shakhtar. That's ridiculous. Just literally just a snapshot, bang, and it's in. Look at this. Look at all this green. Clearly, we're doing something right. Disappointing. You can do this, lads. Then team talk a sec. Alright. Bitsko. Mashnin, you can come on there instead. Although Bitsko was probably playing the best. 6.1 is pathetic. Oh, I need another defensive midfielder. We'll leave it like that for now, but I've got a strong feeling that I've not finished with that substitute bench just yet. So come on, boys. We need something out of this game. I'm not going to say it again. First half, kick-off highlights never really meant to anything. Martin Yuk! Oh, Martin Yuk! He is literally single-handedly keeping us in this division, or at least in a shout of staying up in this division. The gap's already starting to increase. We're now no longer 1 result away from going out. We'd need consecutive results. And another goal for us here. We're not going to... Oh, that's a great tackle. Right, come on, let's do something from the back then. Ball over the top. Martin Yuk again. Through! Oh, unlucky, unlucky, unlucky. This boy's very close probably already to getting a statue outside the stadium. Not this stadium, obviously, but our stadium. don't know what the appropriate shout would be for the team. I feel like if I praise them, they're going to switch off. I feel like if I tell them to show some passion, they're going to go, what you on about? We're drawing away from home. I feel that a nation never really sub a sub, but I'm going to. I'm going to play like that instead. Get forward, Yatsik. Find us a winner. Find us a winner. We've just lost too many games. I knew it was always going to be difficult, this save. Because despite the... Oh, not now. Not like this. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Despite the... Hang on. Hang on. Square it. Martin Yuck, you've got to get your head on that boy. I've got to go. Oh, he's done it. He saved us again. Martin Yuck, 25 yards. It's about bloody time we put one that's 25 yards away. That is not undeserved. That is purely deserved. Alright, don't get away. I was going to get carried away with myself there. Ref, any danger? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You can't not be unhappy with it. We were slightly better. Average rating, possession was them, shots was them, but you expect that when they're at home. I don't really care about the feedback, players, us. Yeah, it's all about this boy, isn't it? It's all about this boy. Sure, excellent. Why not? I suppose it is really, you know, because it keeps us somewhat close to getting out. We're 2 games away from the halfway point in the season. I think that's when I'll pick it back up again, because then we'll be able to have direct comparisons with the teams that we've playing, how we got on against them before. If we just have a quick look at the results here, Chernobyl beat Agro Business, which you probably expected. We're still yet to play them, and we're yet to play. Who else are we yet to play? Oh yeah, Chernobyl themselves. So those 2 will be interesting games. Agro Business now has become the same as what it was against Cobra, because if they beat us, I'm half tempted to kiss the season goodbye. I'm not going to. I will see this season through as part of the YouTube series. But yeah, I'm not throwing in the towel, but I'll be very close to, because there's teams around us that are getting results against these guys. So I mean, look, from 20th to us, there's only 9 points in it as it stands. I mean, I'm not expecting that at all. I'm not, like I said, this 12th is the one where we're aiming for. But we'll leave it for there now. Thanks very much for joining us today. It means a lot if you are watching this. I'm very new to this. Any advice on the team would be great. I think Martin Yuck's a fan favourite. I hope he's a YouTube favourite as well. I'll see you in the next one.